Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a diamond. I order blood on my tongue. Thinking it's a raw glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spark then I bet you I'ma blow up. Look at my name around. Get stupid then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A bunch of thinking in his man but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jerking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the plaques to use Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s looking for they like. Up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. Hot in my ride. You can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me. Cause I'm a guy ball. Bad attitude like a rocket. My whole to the A. And I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again with another episode of The Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. If you're from the West Coast right now, go ahead and get up because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, we are going to go over the reaction video to my man High CHD. I'm telling you, this has been a Grift week. But the worst takes on Supergirl trailer. We are going to get into that today from my man High CHD. Shout out to him. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week, and now it was between this and then the leak trailers for the Doomsday leak trailers. It's a lot. Not gonna hold you. It's a lot going on. So we just gonna keep rolling. And again, if I got time, I might just put on a reaction to what I think about all these trailers if I got time today. You know, especially with the leak audio. the leaked video of, I guess, trailer 1, the leaked audio of trailer 2. Now I know that the leaked audio for trailer 2 is real because they took down the actual video. They've been striking the video for copyright. So I know that the video was real. And they took down the original Captain America trailer. So it's a lot, man. When I tell you it's a lot going on, y'all, it's a lot going on. So we got to get into it. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan channel, but you already know how I do. The real question is, are you
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. You know how I do it. Let's see who is all in the house first before we get everything started. Let's see. Hold on real quick. I just noticed that my camera needed to be turned to face me more. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I was wondering why I was seeing my door. And today y'all can't see my eyes though, cuz. No. All right. Let me see who's all in the house. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Krisha Key, good morning. And again, I'm sorry I'm late putting this up. I had a lot going. It was a rough day yesterday. I ain't gonna hold you. Yesterday was a rough day. So I do apologize getting everything straight. It was a lot going on in the Dre Mac realm. So, but what's up, Krisha? What's up, Marley Moore? Good morning, Miss Roberta, the church auntie. Good morning. And thank you for sending me that in my that video on my inbox, Miss Roberta, because yesterday I needed that. I needed that. Xavier Phoenix, good morning. Sharita, what's up? Good to see you up in here in the chat. Good morning. J. Carter, what's up? Good morning. See, I think J. Carter really be hitting me up. I think J. Carter literally be doing like some type of mind thing, because I was trying to space out my grifts, and here he come. What you doing? So hold on. Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh boy. Oh, when I tell you life is life right now, boy, I put this on everything I love, man. I'm so glad that I'm so strong on my faith. And I don't like snap off. So boy. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. Woo. AKA Chris CV. See, I remember. What's up? Good morning. Mental health is very important. That's why I ain't snapped off on nobody. Trust me. Wavy things. Good morning. Michael Johnson. Good morning. BB, because I'm not calling you that. What's up? What is up? All right. I guess that's positive news. All right. I need to stop. I need to calm my nerves down. That's all I need to do. When that outside stuff from WORK is happening, and especially if anybody has been on their job for a long time, sometimes work it gets you more than anything. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now. Sorry. God dang it. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, cause yeah, I'm getting stuff going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get WORK together before I even go there. And it's pissing me off. It's just all I'm saying is right now, work is pissing me off. And work need to get it together. Is all I'm saying. Work need to get it together. And give me my chips with dip. This is all I'm saying. Junior Network, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I apologize, y'all. I apologize. But if you've been at your job for a long time, I've been at my job almost 12 years. I don't play when it comes to my biscuit, my biscuit money. I don't play. Can I get my biscuit money? You know what I'm saying? So nope, it's no rest. It's no rest for the weary. A bunch of Sikh meters mad, but they can't see me. Johnny Rastafari, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Do you think it's fan engagement? I really want to have this. I think I'm gonna have this discussion tomorrow because then I got Otterly Noah's video that I want to hit up. I got Tori and Rain Reloaded's video that I want to do. It's so much. It's a lot going on. And RP to Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers passed away. RP to Buck Rogers. Man, it's been a lot. Priscetta, good morning, good morning, good morning. I ain't got no money. See fire. Only fire and ash. I'm gonna see if I burn down this damn job. Allegedly. I don't want to say that out loud. So no, I haven't seen fire and ash. I haven't been at work. And work is pissing me off. Now, I was thinking about seeing that this weekend because I don't have to work on Saturday. So I actually thought about seeing that, even though I haven't seen The Way of Water. So I actually got to go back and see the previous movie before I go see that. I used to have the first Avatar. What was it? The Samsung Galaxy 1. I never forget this when I was working at T-Mobile. It came with Avatar. You know what I'm saying? The full movie to show you how beautiful the screen was, all of that on the Samsung Galaxy 1. Still remember that because it was on the memory card. And I used to watch the hell out. Well, I already had Avatar, but I used to watch the hell out of that one because it was already on my phone. You know what I mean? So I got to watch the Way of Water. And then I'm going to see go see that. Because I'm part of the AMC club, so I get a free movie or whatever. So I might see that this weekend. You said this is the best outcome King Dynasty would have been. Meh. I don't know. It takes good writing though. And I'm just trying to tell you a lot of time when I get into this discussion, I'm gonna have this discussion tomorrow. A lot of time, you can everybody can point in what's been the problem with Marvel and the Marvel movies. Everybody has their own stance. Me personally, it is underdeveloped characters and writing. That has been the problem in sometimes bad CGI because MODOK looked trash and that's not even MODOK. So whatever. But have you noticed that the writing? What I mean by the writing does not. It could be poor execution in the writing, underdeveloped of the characters of writing, and the universe is so disjointed when it comes to this. You got this adventure over here, you got this adventure going on over there, and it doesn't feel like a cohesive story. I give The Boys his props because it feels like a cohesive story. Hell, shout out to my man Andre for Black Nerd Comedy. Sonic is more cohesive universe than the MCU has been in the last 5 years. Like, You got it used to be if you sign this contract, you know, in the contract, you know, you might appear in this, you might appear in that, yada yada yada. And now you got people who are leading movies that wasn't even in no other projects. Led a whole movie, couldn't cameo or show up in nothing else. It doesn't make any sense. So there's a disconnect when it comes. For one, it's a disconnect when it comes to the character. When it comes to the characters, they're so underdeveloped and they're so stretched far away from who the character is from the comics is unrecognizable. So you're just giving me somebody that some director or some writer who does not care about who does not care about the comic book character. All they care about is writing this and getting a writing credit because it's going through Marvel. They don't care about that character. And it's been proven that a lot of the writers and directors do not care about the characters. Just look how they are portrayed in said media. And when you look at everything that's being portrayed in said media, you look at it, you're like, I don't think they really give a good damn about this character. So, and then the writing of that character has been poor. A lot of the characters have been written poorly. You know, if you want me to be in love with Echo, you gotta write Echo better than what you did. You know what I mean? You gotta write it better, and you have to take chances. The MCU was way too safe, and Deadpool Wolverine still proved in a Disney franchise you can have a rated R feature. And I'm not saying everything should be rated R, but you got to take chances. Daredevil Born Again, there's that big, huge patch in the middle of that film or the middle of that series that was not done by the original team from Netflix, that was done by Disney. You can tell it was done by Disney, and it was done poorly. It was written and done poorly. You know what I'm saying? Did it pick up? Yes. Was some parts enjoyable? Yes. But when you look at its totality and you look at the tone, because again, when I hear grifters try to critique movies, I never hear tone and pacing. You never hear that. You never hear tone and pacing in that because they try to push identity politics down your guys' throat. You know what I mean? They literally push identity politics down your throat and use right-wing talking points to go ahead and get, you know, their ideology established. Just like this, you're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy and all, you know, this looks like Guardian of the Galaxy and they're using buzzwords like nihilism and all of this stuff or whatever. And try to be like, oh, she's just a party girl. What did Mayor McNugget call her? She's a hoe. She's out here just being a hoe. So you're saying girls who go out there and have a good time or they drink to get away from their sorrow, they just hoes. Mayor McNugget, what do you know about hoes? Because it looks like you get none. Ain't nobody, because you got paper. If you didn't have paper, ain't no hoes sleeping with you unless you paying for it. So stop it, Mayor McNugget. Cut it out. But none of these guys actually talking about it's all phone tone. There's no connective tissue to these stories. You don't care about the characters because they're not writing the story well enough for you to actually give a damn about this character and the arc that they're going through. I'm not saying every character, but there's a lot of the characters that you don't get their interpersonal, you know, struggle, their hero story, because you're trying to fast track it with goofball antics and, you know, action scenes. That's it. And then when you're doing it on a Disney Plus budget, it really doesn't look right. It's a shame that Agatha had a better arc than Sam Wilson, Captain America. They did it better in the show, but a lot of people that was MCU fans would skip out on those Disney Plus shows and go straight to the movies. So when you try to translate Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you try to translate that over into a movie and you don't give him his own villain, his own arc, you know, not a hero's journey. You know what I'm saying? No failure to get back up. None of that. You know, and you give him a B plot line from Incredible Hulk. Well, this is what you get. But again, I'm not playing identity politics. I'm telling you the structure of the actual stories that are going on and how disjointed that they are where it doesn't feel like connective tissue. And then you underwrite so many characters, and you try to retcon so many things that it just doesn't feel right. It just does not feel right. And you can tell that Marvel was panicking with a lot of their characters. Or they were trying to throw something at the pot and see where it sticks. That's it. That's all. But when you listen to grifters, they're not going to tell you that. What they're going to tell you is that, we're in a phase of the MCU, like there's no female characters. Matter of fact, I was just, when I woke up, I was watching the history of Street Fighter. Because I've been a Street Fighter fan forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I legitimately have a good majority of all the Street Fighter games, except for that, like, Polygon 3D one. Even though I had it on the emulator at one time, I have no idea where that's at. Anyway, make a long story short, you know how many women characters that's in Street Fighter that are popular, that are more popular than Ken, Ryu, Akuma, Bison, Vega. You know what I'm saying? It's the female characters that are popular. And they were talking about the most popular female character was Sakura. So why is it cool? Like, this is a whole fighting game where dudes, you got girl fighting guys in here and all of this or whatever. You never hear grifters talking about that. But then when it comes to the superhero genres, and they're very similar. Because a lot of the Street Fighter characters, once they start building lore after Street Fighter 2, the movie, and I'm talking about the actual anime, they was like, oh, we can make manga out of this. Well, we can make this, and now we can make toys and all of that. Start building on characters and character development. Whether how silly it gets or how serious it gets, they still built on the character. And what they did, organically built characters that you like. So when you talk about Sakura, you talk about Cammy, you talk about Chun-Li, you talk about not Viper, but Viper is dope though. I can't think of old girl's name with the eye, with the laser eye, offhand. But you talk about, there's female characters that are actually dope, and you listen to these incels to try to tell you that in superhero genre you can't have that. You can't have a dope female character. Now I can agree that you do have to develop the character correctly. You do have to write a character for you to feel. They did it excellently with Miss Marvel. They did it, I mean, I'm talking about perfection with Wanda, only to undercut it in Multiverse of Madness. I mean, actually feeling for a character, understanding this character's struggle, then to undercut it in the next movie. That's what I'm talking about. So it has nothing to do with identity politics. It has nothing to do with MCU, or they putting too much, too many people of color on screen, and the white savior is being pushed out. That's not what's wrong with the MCU. What's wrong with the MCU is underdeveloped characters and poor writing in certain instances, and the tone and all of that doesn't feel fleshed. Period. Until they can course correct that, that's when they get better. All right, I done spent way too much time on this. Let me get back to who's in here. My bad. I just kind of went overboard. Black Beach, what's going on? What's going on? So let me see. Not the Whitney. Shoot. American Niji Girl, what's up? It's good to see you back in the chat. What's up? Emerald Goddess, what's up? What's up? What's up? You say you're on the way to the plantation. Yeah, and the way that the way that they wrote, the way that they wrote the ending and all the stuff with MODOK was it again. Contrary to popular belief, Jonathan Majors was the highlight of that movie. He was the standout until they wrote him horribly getting beat by gigantic ants, where you just literally seen him 30 minutes before that in a flashback destroying whole worlds, eliminating people, and then ants. Just saying. Just saying. 16. I feel you. I feel you, man. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. I don't want to ask how old you are. I just want you to have a blessed rest of your day. That's what I want you to have. A blessed rest of your day. I mean, I do try. Trust me. I trust the Russos. I'm not worried about the Russos, but I do want to talk about them course correcting that whole entire phase. Phase 4, phase 5. That's like they gonna recount all of that. It's already in the air. And I talked about that 2 years ago when they were talking about the old Avengers was coming back. Now they're using the old Avengers to recount all of this stuff. And I feel bad for characters like or actors like Anthony Mackie, what's her name that plays Scarlet Witch. It feels like they're gonna recount all of that and just forget about what they tried to create, that literally had potential, but they dropped the ball. Yeah, I do work a lot, and I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. What up, Torian? What's up? Let me see. Oh, that's what's up. Enjoy yourself. It was good. I gotta see it. I gotta make sure to see it. Country Shape Media, good to see you up in here. The real question is MODOK or MODOK? Oh, I wish it was the latter MODOK with the K, but the one we got in there was the one with a C. Cuz what was that? And that's how I used to make fun of it all the time. He said, you don't think that's a fair comparison? Smaller universe, larger universe. They still, if they introduce a character, at least you'll see him in the next movie. That's all I'm saying. What a significant role in the next movie. Even with a tragic backstory, like Shadow. Or you go on a really great adventure and learn about friendship with Tails. And then you end up adding a friend like Knuckles. And then you have those characters interacting with each other in the third movie, and it's all fun, and I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? I'm having a great time. So I'm just saying. He said, "Remember when yeah, I remember when Falcon was the Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they you know what I'm saying? And again, they called it back when they called him Tic Tac when he got added on. You know what I'm saying, to the team in Civil War. But I want to talk about this tomorrow. I really do. I want to talk about this tomorrow. I do. I want to talk about it. Yeah. Again, where's America Chavez? I mean, the girl can literally punch her way to different dimensions and nothing. She's at Carmitage learning magic. Why? Like literally, why? All right, cut your ship. I'm gonna shout out the rest of these people in here. But yeah, we gotta talk about this tomorrow. Brother Juma, what's up? Robert D, what's up? And make sure that you smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you punch it like a Street Fighter character. And Street Fighter lore is uberly confusing. Uberly confusing. But yeah, we'll talk about we'll discuss this tomorrow. I did mention Chun-Li. Chun-Li's, I mean, exactly. Facts. Yes, it really did. That's to me where it got loud. All right. Let me see. Did I get is it Taishia? Good morning. Good morning. Tell me if I said that right. Good morning, Tay Shit. Inez, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Exactly. Exactly. Because it was from the writers of Rick and Morty. Let me see. Yeah, I okay. So the He Who Remains character, I didn't have a problem with that because it set everything in motion for you to get the Kang Dynasty, to get the different Kangs, and then get Kang Prime. It's just sad that we got Kang Prime and you had him go out by ants. That's just ridiculous to me. It was ridiculous to me. And again, let's not confuse the Dirty Joker. What's up? Let's not confuse the people. Before the allegations, before all of that happened, Jonathan Major was the hottest star. Like his star was so bright, just coming off of bangers after Creed. You know what I'm saying? Being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even Ant-Man. They talked about Ant-Man and Wasp of the Quantumania. That was, it was what it was, man. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It did, him being in the Five Bloods, and then the harder they fall, and he was on a roll, getting roll after roll after roll. I don't want to hear, his performance was horrible. Shut up. Shut up. Nope, I'll be down. Boycott Activision. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? And I agree with you on that one. I agree with you, boycott Activision. I do. Very much so. Very much so. Exactly. I need these Stizzle with here because man, we joked about that so much that my boy bought me a MODOK shirt. He says looks like they're listening to the grifters but it's funny because I did the video 2 years ago when they said they was gonna bring all the ones that the old Avengers, they was gonna bring them back, and it was in a Variety article. And at the time, I'm like, that's got to be the stupidest thing in the world. And it was I think, was it before? It was during the Jonathan Major situation. So yeah. We gonna talk about the tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's live stream is going to be Marvel retconning Phase 4 and Phase 5, and I know why. I know why they're doing it. I know why they're doing it. So that's going to be the topic for tomorrow. Tina, what's up? What's up? What's up? AKA Minty Gasm, what's up? All right, cool. Make sure that y'all, I'm telling you, get them the likes up. Kane was most definitely a jobber. Most definitely came in and jobbed on the end of that. I did not like it. Jay Ward, good morning. All right. Kev, what's up? Good morning. Andre Ward. Did I get you, Andre? I think I did. What's up? You said no, Marvel's listening to the fans. They wanted this. I'm gonna let y'all know what my thoughts are tomorrow. But you know what my thoughts are? Shouting out all of my magnificent crew members, man. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching, and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. And again, shout out to all my magnificent crew members who have been holding it down for Dre Mac, man. The Dre Mac show, y'all been holding it down. And you have no idea how much that I appreciate you guys. And quick side note, shout out to everybody who subscribe. I am at total subscribers. I am 29 subscribers away from 5,000. So, 5,000 total subscribers, doing live streams every morning and not doing videos. I just thank you guys who decided to subscribe to the channel. I'm almost hitting that goal. I wish I want to hit this goal by the end of the year. And we got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks to hit the 5,000 mark. So make sure that you guys are liking, sharing this. Let your friends know what I'm doing in the morning, because I really want to hit that 5,000 mark before the end of the year. Also, I posted this on my Instagram. I have finished the script for my short film Powerless that I will go into development next year, the beginning of next year. I'm looking for the female counterpart for the movie. It's really is just a two-person video, two person movie, very short movie, very short film that has to do with communication and relationship. And I think for the people that I let actually read the script, love it. It hits home. It hits a lot of deep emotional beats. But this is the first short film that I'm doing, but it's not the last. So next year, be on the lookout. I want to film this because it's going to be a day shoot. I want to film this in March after getting the female lead. It's going to star me and the female lead as Candace, me playing a character called Nico. Matter of fact, I'll read the synopsis for you guys so you guys can kind of understand what I got going on. And support, because that's all I'm asking for is support. That's it. So the synopsis of this film is called Powerless. A year after Candace met Nico, things were looking bright for this new couple until a deep, dark secret from Nico's past completely hinders the couple's relationship. Can this secret ruin or make the couple grow stronger? So that is the synopsis to Powerless. Again, camera's right. This little guy right here is about to make a whole lot of things happen. So again, I'm after the holidays, I'm going to look for the female the female counterpart to this story, the female lead, and then start filming in March, and it should be done with everything that I'm doing with this should be done by the end of March. So that's why I've been busy. I've been racking my brain a lot. You know what I mean? So yeah. And this one is not much. It's not lore. This is just a short film in a day of a life of a couple. That's really all this is. The day of a life of a couple. You're gonna hear their dynamic within the story. And this film is going to be in black and white. It's going to be a noir. So I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Malcolm and Marie. I absolutely love that movie. But using some other things in it. So wanted to get that out there to you. And let you guys know what I got going on. So when I that's what's up, Junior Network. That's what's up. So yeah, that was one of it. For the look, it was Malcolm and Marie. But for the actual story, it's a lot of my own personal life and a couple of things couple stories that I've heard. or whatever. So yeah, yep, it's a one location short in my house. So yeah, and it is very, very deep. When I tell you it's some deep conversations in there, it's very deep conversations. So yeah, after that, I'm actually I want to get this done first, but in the meantime, I've actually been thinking about doing a fantasy short film. Is very dialogue heavy, very dialogue. Because you have to understand where the why the conversation is getting there. So it's a lot of dialogue that hits home. You know, think about Giant the Major's character in the Five Bloods when he's talking to his father, and that heavy dialogue that they have to have when they're talking about their dynamic in as father and son, where you have to hit emotional beats, you know. So yeah, but I'm thinking about doing a fantasy short film. I was racking my brain. Do I want to do it like a more of a comic book style? Do I want to do it more like an anime style? You know, but I'm thinking about, you know, creating a fantasy short film series. It's just hard because special effects and using that stuff on, paying for that stuff through all the editing apps and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about it, and I might just pitch it to somebody and see what they could do with it. But also I want to do because we're always, every time we get on Mika G's game night, they're always joking with me or whatever when it comes to horror. So I'm thinking about doing I'm really pushing to do a horror comedy, but set it in the 70s. I'm dead serious. Straight horror comedy that's set in the 70s with all of the black exploitation dialogue that you could pack. Yeah, I am dead serious with the effects and all of that. Yeah, buddy. But you know, I'm gonna see how everything goes with this first, since it's gonna be the first one, and then I'll dive into those at another time. All right, let me take a quick commercial break because I didn't talk my head off. Golly, I haven't even got to the video. But you already know, man. Let's take a quick commercial break so we can go ahead and get some of these biscuits, and I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
Knight Rider will return after these messages and station identification.
Stedman, he's Stedman, not just a Bruce boyfriend. If you cross him, you're a dead man. You heard what I said, man.
I heard he was gay. No way, sister.
Who's that man? He's Stedman.
Knight Rider. The Knight Rider power cycle with Kit on the pretend instrument panel.
Here he comes.
There's something special happening at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Fresh buttermilk biscuits made from scratch. Our chicken and biscuits a perfect match.
Warm, taste so good, make you want to slap your mama for real. Man, I slap your grandma, I slap your auntie.
Good idea. Playing horsey with your little sister. Bad idea. Playing horsey with your Aunt Bertha.
Let's see who's bad, man. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. I'll show you who's bad. Come on.
You wear a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken boo.
Now the conclusion of
I hate how they talk about you. Everybody thinks you're just a freeloader. They don't know about...
They can't know. They can't ever know. If my cover's blown, we're both dead.
Do you like the car? It's for you.
What's the occasion?
I can't believe you forgot again. It's our anniversary. We've been engaged for 15 years.
You know, I'd marry you tomorrow, baby. But it wouldn't be fair. Not to you or to the free world. Well, look at you.
This is it. I can't believe it. After 15 years, we're finally going to consummate our love.
Damn. This is Stedman. It's the commissioner. What? Professor Haight? He's escaped? Damn. What? The French Riviera? Now? Yes, sir. I'm on my way. Damn him! Damn that Professor Hate!
He's escaped? Again? Can't they build a prison strong enough to hold him for at least one night?
He's diabolical! I must go.
Can it wait just 1 hour? I want it so bad. 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Believe me, when we finally make love, I'm gonna take my time. It's gonna take all night long. But right now, I'm gonna need some money.
How much?
Let's see. French Riviera. In the house. Wardrobe. Disguises, special weapons, laser glasses, speedboat, armored helicopter.
All I have on me is 1.3 million.
That'll have to do.
Oh, darling, what kind of life is this?
Oprah, darling, you have to be strong. There's more at stake than just you and me.
Here's something to read on the plane.
Thank you, darling.
How about a kiss?
Of course. Close your eyes.
Oh, Stedman.
All right, let's transition over. And let's get into this. Video from High CHD. Again, with another banger. I haven't watched this. To keep telling you, I don't watch these, but it's the worst takes on the Supergirl trailer. Let's see where it's my guy. Let's see what he talks about. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? We're back with another YouTube video. So the Supergirl trailer finally came out a couple days ago. You guys saw my reaction. I really liked it. Do I think it was anything groundbreaking? No, not really. But at the end of the day, the casting is solid. The story, at least from what we saw in the teaser, obviously the movie will touch on certain things like her life on Krypton, how Krypton's destruction shaped her view of the world up to this point, and how she evolves from that mindset to become a better person, which I'm very much looking forward to. There's the girl she saves, who will end up being a tag along for her journey, as well as Lobo, who looks absolutely perfect casting and design wise. Other than that, there's not really much there to talk about because, again, it is just a teaser, but I do think it is a very solid teaser that gave us a good little glimpse into what the movie has to offer. Now, obviously, there are people who did not like the trailer, which, I mean, it's the internet. We kind of saw this coming, especially coming off of the James Gunn Superman movie stuff. Let me make it clear, there's nothing wrong with not liking the trailer. The movie's not going to be for everyone. The issue, though, really just comes down to the reasoning behind it. And
facts. If you don't like it because it's a James Gunn, and because James Gunn, everybody gives James Gunn all the slack, and Peter Safran is in there like, Peter Safran be giving out ideas and nobody blinks an eye. Soon as James Gunn's name is associated with it, oh, here we go. Oh, boy.
And going online, there are quite a few bad takes going around. The most popular notion being that Supergirl is apparently too much of a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff. Now, although there is a similar aesthetic here, I think calling it a ripoff is kind of a reach, especially when we get into, again, the reasoning behind why people are saying stuff like this. So let's just go ahead and get into these.
And only reason why a lot of people say that because it has 80s music, she's over there dancing, and she has on a trench coat. And then when you pull up the comics, there's no 80s music popping, but she's getting drunk with a trench coat dancing. What am I missing, people? What am I missing?
You guys will see what I mean. Do you guys want to know why Supergirl has a Star-Lord jacket to hide her iconic suit? It's because the CEO of DC Studios hates superhero costumes and thinks they're dumb.
What in the hell is this?
No. Believe it or not, the idea of Kara wearing her brown jacket is not something that came from the Guardians movie. In one of the very comments that the
exactly. Again, a lot of these people, this is what we said with Recast T'Challa. A lot of these people are movie fans. They're not comic book fans. So they don't know. They don't know. When people ask me about Black Panther, I'm like, Black Panther is a good movie. But when it comes to the Black Panther lore, how would I stack it up to Black Panther lore? It's okay, but it's not the Black Panther from the comics. Well, I would say this. It's not Priest or even Hunland's run. Nowhere close. You know what I mean? It's not even Jack Kirby's run or McGregor's run. It just doesn't have the aesthetic of those runs. Hell, not even Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. It's He Who Shall Be Not Named run more than anything. And it doesn't make it a bad movie, but if you're a comic book fan and you're looking at certain things, you're going to say, is the aesthetic there from the comic? That's all I really want. Is the aesthetic there? Do I get the same feeling if I open up this comic and see this on screen? Am I going to get the same feeling? So when she's wearing the coat on there, I'm like, yo, that's from the comics. She's getting drunk. Yo, that's from the comics. It's literally it's right there. Like, you can't miss it. So it's stupid.
Movie is adapting and taking from, she is shown wearing a long brown jacket over her suit. In fact, the comic actually opens with her wearing the jacket. Not to mention, I have to say, I don't know what you mean when you say they are trying to hide her iconic suit, quote unquote.
Yeah,
you clearly
dumb.
see it in full force near the end of the trailer. They're not trying to hide it at all. Not a great start with this one. The only thing you can say that was, quote unquote, taken from Guardians, or you could say, is the Walkman, which I just see this as them doing a nod or a reference to a movie. That's not exactly the same as being a ripoff of something. For example, WandaVision casually visually references The Incredibles with a certain scene. Does that make the whole show now an automatic ripoff just because they were paying homage to it? Like this.
I mean, high CHD. Thank you. Let's keep going.
Argument makes literally no sense. In the Supergirl trailer, we also have the brightly colored space bar with our protagonist taking shots. They're not even hiding it anymore.
Is this nigga serious?
And he puts a scene up of Supergirl and Drax drinking at a bar and trying to use this logic to say that Supergirl copied Guardians. Once again, unfortunately, you are wrong for a couple of reasons. First,
before he goes there, when I seen the bar scene, I know a lot of people say it reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy because of the colors. And I get that. It also reminds me a lot of Star Wars and the Cantina. And the Cantina just has a look that just it just has a look in an atmosphere in it. And that's what I started getting. I'm like, dude, this just reminds me of Star Wars. Like, if you took her out of this movie and you replaced her with a Star Wars character, there would be, if Han Solo with Chewbacca showed up, it would be no difference in that bar, in that scene, with the color aesthetic. And again, what I've noticed, which is not being said by grifters, ain't gonna say this. There is, what's up, Rico? There is a distinct color shift from the DCEU to the DCU. What do you mean by that? Well, if you go back and look at a lot of the DCEU films, they were really dark and grayed, and they were almost color graded down to look all just sad. I don't care what movie it is. Batman v Superman is dark and bleak and grim, and you look at even Justice League, even when they tried to do the color grading on the Whedon version or whatever, they tried to brighten it up. It didn't look right. And then you look at the Snyder Cut, which is funny. I watched all these movies, and I'm like, some movies was good, some kind of movies was bad, but yeah, it's a lot of muted grays and monotone colors or whatever. And just started with Superman, it looked bright and colorful and all of that. And it's just a color grade. Like you said, it's just changing the saturation. That's why if you go back and look at the Whedon version, it looks weird because he took Zack Snyder's saturation and tried to color it up, and it looks garbage. God, that's the ugliest pink, cloudy. I don't know what the hell that is. It doesn't even look real. It looks terrible. When Zack Snyder, I finally seen the Snyder Cut and seen his vision of what that looked like, it looked way better. Birdman just dropped another one. Damn it, Birdman, I'm trying to go get my hair braided. And he go, oh my God, Birdman, why? Why? I gotta, yeah. We gotta look like we getting to part 2. Oh, why am I a YouTube grifter? Thanks a lot, Birdman. Shout out to him. But but yeah, you know what I mean? It just didn't look right. It just did not look right. So yeah, it was awful. That is one of the, especially when you're looking at a superhero genre movie, or actually just movie in general. When you're looking at a movie, I'll give you a perfect example of not doing too much when changing the color. It's just going to sound real funny, but I'm telling you the truth. If you go, I know this is going to sound funny. Go and watch Baby Boy. And yes, that same baby boy with Jody looked like a little chocolate bitch. Yeah, that one. The way John Singleton shot that film with the sun flare, and especially if you lived in California. Oh my God, California is beautiful. And he shot it just so when you drop it looks like when you drive you never been to California, you ever go to LA, just drive when the sun is going down or when the sun is coming up. It is it's gorgeous. He took those scenes and shot it just the way it looks if you were looking at it naturally, right? And I love the aesthetic of that movie because of the way it looks. If we're looking at comic book movies, I would say Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks amazing. If you look at the way, because you're trying to get in this espionage, so it's not a lot of colors, but it's a lot of military, like it's almost like the spy and the military look or whatever, and it gives you the aesthetic of a spy thriller. I'll tell you this, Welcome to Derry had some of the best cinematography that I have seen in television. When they went back and they did the 1935 flashback with Ingrid, and they noired it, and you have the color of blood, and you see the red, and you see the red balloon, but everything is just grayed out. Beautiful. It's the way that you shoot it. You don't get that. So I would, to make a long story short, you can complain about that, or you can say the same thing. You don't know what cinematography is, because they don't watch these movies to watch it, to enjoy it and all of that. They watch it to complain, or they get on this stuff just to complain. That's all they do. Yeah, the black and white flashback. Beautiful.
Honestly, this came from the comics once again. In Woman of Tomorrow, she does in fact go to an alien bar.
Yes,
and
she
takes shots
gorgeous.
There. So once again, this is a symptom of you just not bothering to look at the source material. Not to mention, Lobo himself hangs out at alien bars all the time. Yeah. Like, that's a staple of his character, and it's probably how Supergirl and Lobo end up meeting. If we ignore this, right? Why does her going to an alien bar in space all of a sudden make it a Guardians ripoff? Like, by this logic, the Guardian movies themselves copied Star Wars. This just comes down to, again, there's a similar aesthetic. These are all sci-fi adventure movies set in outer space. Of course, there are gonna be some similarities,
Sin City
even
was
some doubts from time to time, but that does not make it a direct copy of said thing. She's a drunk that called Superman a bitch. Keeping my kids away from this content. Yeah, because superheroes have totally never sweared in movies. I mean, that's never happened before.
Exactly. Language.
I think your kids will be all right. And if not,
I agree.
They had an opportunity to make Supergirl a wholesome movie with a lead that young girls can look up to. They can't do that because they cannot conceive of women in that way anymore. Men, women, good, bad. It's all just one giant amorphous blob doll.
What?
Boy, if you don't, what the fuck are you saying?
Exactly.
Why are you acting like they're turning her into an anti-hero? They're not doing that. They're just showing that she has flaws. Oh no, you mean DC wrote her to be flawed and act how a realistic quirky girl would.
Exactly.
In fact, I would think a movie of her overcoming her flaws and becoming a better person as a result of this would be a wholesome story. Much less a girl traumatized by having to witness the destruction of her home planet as a teenager.
It's almost like you can't go, if you in these incels world, you can't go through anything as a woman. You still gotta smile. It's like they just think about this. Women. I need y'all to holler back at me. All the ladies in the chat. Would you be pissed if a man told you to smile and to be happy after going through the most traumatic event that you ever seen? Put it in the chat. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Put it in the chat. And while you put it in the chat, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hey, thank you, Country Shape Media. Thank you. The ladies, it seemed like the lady. Come on, ladies. Is there a couple of y'all don't like that? Couple of y'all don't like that. I will go all the way off. Like you trying to, you're finding your own way to it, to drown away your sorrows, drinking, and they're telling you need to smile more and be more happy because you need to be more wholesome. You need to be more whole. That's basically what. No, you need to be more wholesome. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? How dare you have issues? How dare you? Go through something, and this is the way that this is your coping mechanism. Only men can get drunk and sloppy in bars because they don't witness, the death of all their family members. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't that the plot of Deadpool and Wolverine? Wasn't that the plot of Deadpool and Wolverine? When he found that Wolverine witnessed all of the X-Men die. And he killed everybody. You know what I mean? But yeah, he could drink it. He could sit in the bar and drink, and hell, he drunk through the whole damn movie almost until the end when the power of friendship saved the day. But no, a woman can't do that. Hell, we just literally seen this same type of character in Peacemaker. We literally seen this with Hardcore. We literally seen this. And honestly, she had one of the best arcs in that show. Why did she have one of the best arcs? Because this is a broken character that's trying to, all she knows is this, is her job. And that was taken away from her. So you have something that's taken away from her and she's just going off and she's really broken and she needs to be broken down. She really needs to break down and cry that shit out and find ways, either through therapy or whatever to find another solution. But nah, they can't have it. Not with these incels. You can't have that. Mary McNugget called her a hoe. If you go out drunk partying because you're upset, you're a hoe. But what does that make the men to do that?
Got survivor's guilt, cultural isolation, and probably some PTSD from having to fucking watch her parents and friends die. Like, it makes sense she would be in a mess like this. You guys do realize Kara is very different from Clark personality-wise. Like, obviously, there are some similarities there. They're on the same side, obviously, and they want to do the right thing. But Supergirl has kind of always had a more rebellious and slightly cynical side to her compared to Clark. Again, This is mainly because of the differences in which they grew up, which will likely be highlighted in this film. But there are times where her flaws come to the forefront. In fact, she actually became a Red Lantern at one point because of the various emotional issues and trauma that she had a hard time dealing with.
It sounds like an overpowered character with an emotional arc. That's all it sounds like. And you know what I'm for? Emotional arcs. I'm there for a character development. I need to care about this character. Why should, okay, yes, we know that she could probably destroy everybody in that bar, but why should I care about her as a character? Again, the reason why I like the new Superman movie so much, because this is the first time since the 78 movie that I actually cared about Clark. And I've always said this. I said this a long time ago, and anybody can pull up any live stream that I've done. I said, I need to care about Clark. I know what Superman could do, but Clark is who Kal-El really is. Why do I need to care about him so much? What about him makes me care? If you see an overpowered being just trying to be as human as possible, You know what I'm saying? While having flaws. I like that. That's a good story. Now, you might not like the pacing. You might not like the way it was cut. You might think a joke or two landed wrong at the wrong because of emotional beats. And I do agree. There's certain parts of that movie where an emotional beat needs to linger on and not a physical gag or a physical thing that takes me away from the emotional beat. I get that. As somebody who has acted ever since he was 13 years old, I understand emotional beats and understand sitting on that emotion a little longer. I get that. Without something physical, a physical gag taking me away from the emotional beat. I get that. And there's certain parts of Superman that does that. That just takes me away from the emotional side, or there's something going on in the background where I'm trying to hear, but I can't help but look at the background. I get that. But they still found a way for me to fall in love with Clark and understand his dilemma and why he's trying so hard. All you got to do is give me that with Kara, and I'm in there, period. Why is she drinking? And you got to ask yourself the why. Why is she over here drinking? Why is she calling Superman a bitch? Why is she, the dog peeing on the paper? Why? Why is she going off? And then you watch the movie to find out why.
It's really the, iterations like Injustice 2 and CW, which is definitely not anything to go off of, that tend to characterize Kara as like just a female version of what Clark should be. But I'd say other media like My Adventures with Superman, Smallville at some points, and Superman Batman Apocalypse tackle her feelings of isolation and various other issues she deals with pretty well. CW offered us a better portrayal of Supergirl. Who agrees? The Supergirl 2026 trailer had bad music, disrespected Superman, angsty drunk tea mentality, mid-fight battle scenes, milking the use of CGI animal. Oh, so you think the CW has a better portrayal of Supergirl than the movie? You know what? It is his opinion. If that's what he thinks,
what up, Dr. J?
In fact, I'll actually do the guy a solid. We'll actually take a quick little look at the Supergirl show. I haven't watched it in a while, but maybe this guy's right. Maybe he's cooking. Maybe the show is better than the movie visually and writing-wise. Let's see.
When the ones you love turn their back on you,
that's some horrible CGI.
Asian play?
This is CW.
Now.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way! Yeah.
Seen the arc.
So, unfortunately, after taking a quick look at this, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with Bro on this one. I think the show actually does a disservice to Supergirl based on what we've seen here. It looks like the CW show is actually the one with the bad CGI, the bad music, and the bad fight scenes.
So
of course,
like
it is your opinion, so if you like the show more, then cool. But saying the show is of better quality than the movie, I mean, there just doesn't seem to be substantial evidence that supports that claim. So
I like the fact he brought up the CW. I like the fact they brought up the CW because I'm sorry, I could not watch a lot of those shows. I tried to get into the Flash, and I know people love the Flash. I tried to get into Arrow. I couldn't. I could not. It is too made for TV. It's too, to me, okay. I'm still a 90s kid, and and everybody knows, if you haven't paid attention to the commercials, I love Knight Rider. There was a show called Team Knight Rider. And Team Knight Rider had a lot of it's that TV 90s aesthetic. That's what I got out of a lot of the shows on the CW. It's almost like TV, CW, made for TV. It's not good. It's not good. And I'm not going to sit around and act like I like that stuff. I did not. I didn't. Nope. And then even when they brought it to the DC, when DC Studios do the DCEU, when they had the app, the DC app, we forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? Where's the incels when it came to Titans and what was the other shows? It was Titans. It was what was the other one? There was through the DCEU that was on the that you had to watch through the DC app. Forgot the name of it. I could see it with the robot. Was Robot on that one too? I forgot the name of it. But nobody watched it because it was bad. It was bad. So for people to even bring up anything just to make a point that they don't want to see an emotionally flawed character is absolutely ridiculous. Didn't we have this same issue? It sounds like this is a repeat. We had the same issue. Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol was all right. I didn't say it was bad, but it was all right. It just wasn't. Yeah. I didn't like it. I could not get into it. I could not get into it. You know what I mean? I just couldn't. It's just too. It wasn't. No. Just no. I couldn't. And I'm not about to sit up here and watch something just because it's a superhero movie or a superhero show. If it's not good, I'm not. I'm gonna throw myself out the window. You know what I mean? Just I can't do it. And I'm not about to act like I did. And I know people were covering it, all of that. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But I don't know.
We'll just have to go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, apparently there are also some people who felt a certain type of way about the poster of the film. One of them being heel versus babyface. Truth,
remember
justice,
we did that one.
Whatever. So sick of this nihilistic, apathetic age of anything but superheroes.
Now, I guarantee you when I do Birdman's video, and I might do that because I got to be at work at 5. Normally I got to be at work at 6, but I got to be at work an hour early. I might do that, a reaction, just upload it for you guys. I hate it because I love to do the reaction videos with you guys. I might do that reaction video later on today and just upload it as a video. We'll see when we get to that point, though. But I guarantee you that you're going to hear the words nihilistic in there because not only did Mayor McNugget right here say it, so did Idiotic. He said it too. And I guarantee you Critical Drinker is going to say it.
Again, how is this nihilistic? All this is a symbolism of her rebellious nature compared to Clark. This literally has no nihilism in it at all. It's just taking a twist on a commonly known phrase to represent a different character. It's supposed to say the American way there. Why exactly? Didn't we have this talk with Captain America and how these various superheroes like this were updated to not just be fighting for the American way, but the values that America should strive to live up to? It's one of the reasons that Superman's motto was changed a long while ago from the American way to a better tomorrow. These are illegal aliens from outer space who are champions of the entire world, not just America. So limiting their scope of morality to the American way is honestly a slap in the face to what these characters stand for, and I'm glad they changed it. Especially if we look at the current state of America today, we're definitely not at a place where good values and leadership align and, making the right decisions. So there's that. First time in history, I'd actually prefer the DEI edgelord multiverse version over the real thing. At least Sasha Call can act and made me care about the character. Oh my lord. Do y'all even know what DEI means at this point? Like, you don't really.
I keep telling y'all, do I have to bring it up? Yeah, I'm just gonna bring this up. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna bring it up just real quick. Just bring it up. And oh boy. And I told you, as soon as I start doing reaction videos to Grifters is gonna end up in my feed. Hold on. Just want to, every time somebody brings it up, I have to do this. I have to put a disclaimer. DEI, who benefits from DEI? benefits a broad range of people, including marginalized groups, people of color, LGBTQ, people with disabilities, low-income individuals, first-generation students, by increasing access and support, but also white women, often first beneficiaries in career advancements. White women benefit from DEI more than low-income individuals, people with disabilities, people in the LGBTQ, or people of color. I already said, see, Torian is late. Torian is late. Torian is late. As soon as I get my hair braided, I'm probably going to be on that and just drop a letter on the day.
Really sound like you care about the character at all if you're just throwing phrases like that around it.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Now, I actually do like Sasha Call's version of the character. In fact, she was probably one of the only good things about the train wreck that is the Flash movie. But Millie's version just seems way more physically accurate to the character just off what we've seen. So again,
what up, High
it just doesn't make sense to make a definitive statement like that, saying Sasha's version is, better. She was cool, but she wasn't really that explored to a full degree, like what we're gonna get here. So it's just nonsensical to say that her version.
Like, let's be real. They woke her up. She was in a couple of fight scenes, but there was not emotional, dialogue to make her character so fleshed out that we start grieving for the character if something was to happen to her. She was just there as a plot device, because the battle scene for the Flash, Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, and Supergirl. That was it. That's all she was there for. You said I should get twists for the winner. I might get 2-strand twists. You know what, Inez, you're right. I might get some 2-strand twists. But that's all she was there for. But to sit up here and say, yeah, so that Sasha was better. I enjoyed her more. And all you did was watch a teaser. You're an idiot. You're a complete dummy. What a matter of fact, where's Red Fox at? So he could call you a big dummy from the grave.
Version is definitively better, especially since we haven't seen the full movie. What's Superman like? He sees the good in people. I see the truth. This is more of the same crap, and I'm sick of it. The female superhero can't stand on her own unless she's putting down the male.
What? Oh,
and having the dog pee on Superman.
Maybe I watch too much Minions, but that's literally what came around. Like, what are you talking about? I'm mad that I did that with the Minion at the same time.
Fuck off with that. This has to be rage bait.
This gotta be.
There's no way.
There's
no way this is serious. Like, she wasn't even putting him down. She was just saying that she has a different point of view than he does.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? The dog is peeing on Superman? No, the dog is peeing on the newspaper. Dogs pee on newspapers. Like, what? Yeah, I think we're done here. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think. Man. If you like what you see, be sure to like the video.
My man High CHD, man. Shout out to him. What up, mate Kent? Yeah, make sure y'all get the likes up. Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up, man. And while y'all getting the likes up, let's go in and check in with Stedman. Let's see if he really got that money. And I'll be right back with more. Oh no, wait a minute. Let me put myself full screen. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Are you going down? Then you gotta know the best way to go. On the down low.
Damn, you banking like that? And you come over here with a biscuit meal, man?
Would you like to take a survey? No. Elevator go down the hall.
It's you! It's you!
Whoop-de-doo.
We are talking about the same girl.
Okay, well, what do we do? Fight a duel or something?
Well, I don't know. Maybe,
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes.
Now the conclusion of
Like this?
Slower. Bend over.
Stedman, what's going on?
Darling, are you all right?
Stedman, who was that woman?
That was Professor Haight, disguised as an ugly French lap dancer.
Ugly? She looked beautiful.
I suppose she might have been considered beautiful until you walked in the room.
Oh, Stedman, I've been dreaming of this moment. Come here.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away. Invisible robots!
Invisible robots?
Beep, 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 beep.
Look out!
Man, he's dead man. Not just no Bruce boyfriend. If you cross him, you're a dead man. You heard what I said, man.
I heard he was gay. No way, sister.
Dead man, he's dead man.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. What am I that's for me to know and you to never. Right. They mad because dog doing dog stuff. That's what they mad about. Dog doing dog stuff. It honestly, the CGI on that dog is amazing. It is amazing because sometimes I forget that that's not a real dog. That is not a real dog. But you know, if you ever grew up and you wanted a dog and you finally got one, that dog was bad as hell, and no matter what you did, the dog would never get right. The dog is called can't get right. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's all that was. But yeah, shout out again to High CHD, man, making some excellent points and bringing in the, you know, I like the fact that he brought in the CW clips. When people say, oh, they did, yeah, exactly. Whoa. But they did the same thing with Rocket, and that was dope. But I'm glad that he showed that. This is show that there's a difference between a studio making a movie and a studio making a television show with a very minute budget. And again, a lot of these people are rage baiting because they really don't want to see. I honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. If I was a lady, especially if I was a white woman who, you know, was looking at all these incels just talk bad about this character, and as a woman, I know I go through stuff, you know what I mean, and you know I might not handle it the best what you want me to, how you want me to handle it, but I still handle it. I would feel a certain way, and I would feel like, well, why can't I do that? It's cool for Wolverine to do that. Why can't Kara do that? She lost everybody, and she wasn't raised with Mom Pa Kent like Clark was. Why can't she be a flawed character? You better be glad she's not Homelander, because she could be real pissed. You know what I'm saying? Or she's not a villain. You know what I mean? So, and then you're taking a 1 minute teaser and they're building up all these narratives about nihilism and all of that and party girl mentality and up and away. Look at her party. Dog, everybody who's went through, and this is the crazy part, everybody who's went through something finds a way to cope. It may not be the way that you feel like they should cope, but they find ways to cope. Mine, this is why all of this stuff here. Go through depression and anxiety, and I'm not smoking crack. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not diving into every woman that I see. So you know what I did? bought arcades, bought collectibles. You know what I'm saying? Comic books, all of that. What it really boiled down to, I was using the depression and anxiety that I was going through, and I was using shopping as therapeutic for me, and then putting myself into debt doing that. Yes, I can admit that. Some people use drugs. Some people dive into women. Some people dive into their job and become workaholics. It's another problem that I had. So I literally never took a vacation. I technically haven't taken a real vacation. I'm talking about use my vacation time to just decompress, because my anxiety always like, well, you need to take care of this. You need to take care of this. You need to buy this. You need to buy that. See, nobody really thinks about that because they see you in one light and think their expectations of you, not what you are, their expectations of you. And the problem is we don't explore that enough in the superhero realm, where these people are incredibly talented or gifted within their skill set, but damn, what are they going through? What do they see? It's cool to do it again. It's cool to do it with a male character. But now we're frowning upon a character that we seen on a 1-minute teaser trailer, that we literally go back and we just seen the same character in another DCU project, and again had a great character arc. So you know that there's a grift there, and you know they're doing that just to be able to rage bait, get people mad, create ideology, and get you to subscribe to whatever the hell they're talking about, and it's not the truth.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
I'm about to go ahead and wrap it up because the brother got to go ahead and get this, you know what I'm saying? Get this hair done, you know what I'm saying? Little brother getting a little hang time back there, you know what I mean? Get a little hang time back there. But if you like this, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this, man. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think about the reaction video? And whoever, you know, can timestamp, y'all know what to do. You know, I think it started at the 45-minute mark, but yeah, after the commercial. So yeah, tell me what you think about this. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, man. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Where is my outro at? Look, it's bad with this hair looking like this, but you already know I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.